All right. So what now? So we moved from analog to the digital, right? We talked about some of the entrepreneurial aspects of being in the business. So what is the next evolution that you see coming in this whole cultural experience that we're going through?
The next evolution.
Yeah, like we moved from analog to digital. We talked about some entrepreneurial aspects of it. So where do we see ourselves transitioning now? Like next year, next 5 years. What's our 5-year plan?
Well, I would say we need a phoenix because, this is old man Hicks kicking in. But the internet has killed the whole game of everything. It's no rite of passage no more.
Right.
Because everybody think that, I could get on here and I could record on my phone and you got YouTube. It's no rite of passage. And and it's like it killed the memories that everybody up here has. It killed all that because it's easy accessible.
Mm-hmm.
And that kills it. It's like it's like drinking water now. You want to be a hip hop artist,
You're trying to tap.
Yeah. So you don't have those special memories no more, and it just kills it. Because matter of fact, it's so bad now that really beyond New York and LA and possibly Atlanta, Detroit is one of the biggest business commerce of hip hop. When you think about all the people, all of the artists from Big Sean to everybody, and
right.
ICP, they're hip hop to a certain degree. They are hip hop. But they start, and you think about all the money, the juggalos, all the money that's being made.
Yeah.
It's a top city, and you would never even acknowledge that with Detroit because it's so diluted now.
Okay.
So it's got to be something new to come. We gotta build beyond the internet, and I don't know how that's gonna be done.
So as part of the generation that killed hip hop, how do you feel about? How do you feel about? So how do you feel about the instant celebrity that the internet has allowed to creep in? Right, analog, digital. Now we got cyberspace, allowing everybody to be their 15-minute hero.
If I can be honest and
Sure.
if I can be candid,
Sure, of course.
the gatekeepers
You were friends.
that were in place, like the stalwarts, they are disrespected, they are unacknowledged, and so it's going to take for a lineage to be respected and to be honored and to be understood for, I think, that to come back. I think we have to get really on some Sankofa right now, because if we don't do that and really honor and respect the things that made this what it is, then we won't be able to get any further than where we're at, which is stagnant, which is, carbon copy, which is, a copy of a copy is always the worst.
Right, yeah. So copy of a copy of a copy, yeah.
Exactly. So you got everybody copying and copying and copying, but nobody really giving it the due. Nobody's doing their due diligence right now. Like, there's no quality.
Nobody wants to do the homework.
But then there are a lot of our elders who have washed their hands of it and have just been like, hey man, kids gonna be kids. They gonna do what they do. You can only do this. You can only do that. But it's like it's really gonna take our elders to really be like, nah, gee, that's not fresh. That's not cool. Not in a hater kind of way, but in an empowering kind of way.
Right.
Like in a more like,
take you under your wing type of way.
Yeah, exactly. Let me show you this, that, and the third. And then if you go off and you do some other stuff, then you go off and you do some other stuff. But it's going to really take to acknowledge who we were in order to understand what this is that we are holding and representing and carrying. Because you can't just put hip hop in your pocket and just, if it drop out, oh man, I'll just go get another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do it like that. It's got to be something valuable to it.
I agree with that completely. And I do have hope because, the internet, although it killed one aspect of the way you get money off hip hop, it opened up so much more, you know what I mean? So now even though now just anybody can put something out, if somebody's buying it, that means there's a market for it. So now you don't have to worry about getting signed with a label. You don't have to, the dream is still alive. You can get it out as long as you know how to market it. And with the internet and everything going digital now and people buying stuff online, I'm feeling like everything is going to go to that. People are going to look more at music as a digital download to be sold. You know, so more so than people trying to get a record deal and trying to get a label to, you know, give them a budget behind putting all this stuff out. People are able to do their own videos now. People are able to record at home. People are able to distribute it through several different social
Media outlets.
yeah. So, I mean, aside from social media, you got literally distribution companies that put your music out to everybody that sells music.
Yeah.
So,
You just CD Baby account and you worldwide.
yep. But the thing with that is, you know, downloads are free. A lot of not downloads, streams are free,
yeah.
and a lot of times nobody's going to download it. But if that's why you have to build a fan base of
right.
people that are like, I like you. I want to support what you're doing because you're Cliff. You know, you're Boog Brown.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I think is moving toward is people are going to figure out they have to build their own. I like that because now
Now you have to put the work back into
yeah,
it.
because it's not like okay now oh this is what Future's doing. Okay, I'm gonna do me a Future song and try to get his fan base. And now it's not working like that now
Right.
because we already
You got it.
you got Future. So now you have to go out there and find your audience and be dope.
Right.
Or at least get somebody to buy it.
Right. So how has cyberspace affected, you know, your business? Is it a double-edged sword? Is it?
Everything is different, but
Yeah.
as a specialty store, you know, you still have people that want to touch and feel.
Right.
And it's your job as a retailer to keep your clientele entertained, and that's why you have live DJs in the store, or you give parties, or you become that underground spot where people have to, or map point where people have to come to get the information about what's going on in the underground. And so you got to keep your mystique together, and you know, you can't really get that at a department store.
Right.
But as a small boutique, it's all about service. So if you got your service intact.
You become a destination spot. And then if I go to Hong Kong, I can go, well, I can go online and still order my stuff because I know she has it in the store.
Most people,
Yeah.
you know, they look at my website and then they know what they want to buy when they get to the store, you know, so, you just gotta work around it, you know. I can't just put an ad in the Metro Times like I used to do back in the 90s.
Right.
That just doesn't work anymore.
Right, yeah.
People don't respond to things in print. Everybody's on their phone. You know, I even called the Comcast in and they said, well, who are you trying to reach? I said, well, 18 to 32. Oh, well, we're trying to reach them too. We don't know what to do. You know,
To get it, right.
you can't really reach those people right now. They haven't figured it out. You know, so you just gotta be busy.
Right.
You better be busy. You know.
So how has that affected you moving from the digital to now cyberspace?
Just basically, I look at it like this is, I think our age group is just, you know, the older you get, what you put in the world on the internet, on Facebook, is not even about promoting yourself no more. It's just like, they said something about the ages of after almost 40 or something, we start promoting funerals and our kids, and you know, so you gotta be mindful of that when you are influenced in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think a lot of the gatekeepers they kind of messed it up because they didn't adjust to the times. It's like because you look at it like you hear stories that say cannabis was the only person typing on a computer at that time, and everybody was looking at them weird. And it's kind of the same thing. It's like nobody really adjusts. So you got all these artists that was a big impression on them, like KRS-One and Brandon Bean, and
Right.
you know, followers, they can't keep up with the times. They can't. So you've got a powerful voice like Lord Jamar. They take him to DJ Vlad, and you know he's about gossip now. It's no more educating us no more. So I think we gotta be mindful of what we lack, because it's like a lot of my rap generation, they wake up and they put this negative energy on the internet. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
so it's like, yo, if you selling a record or if you got some kid that look up to you, it's like, just be mindful of that. 'Cause
Be conscious of the fact that you're influencing somebody.
yeah, I mean, one of my homeboys said, you know, he said, man, he said the end of the world came when the internet got heavy. And it made a lot of sense. Like, he said, like, that's revelations, man, when you can educate yourself overnight, where you can reach out to LL Cool J overnight. And here we was trying to get this P.O. box and I ain't got to go through 100,000 letters just to get our demo.
Right.
But it makes sense now as you look at it, you say, man, you know, it's just like I'm watching my rap generation just going down, like, cause it's like, yo, what you gotta inspire, wake up and inspire. Like, if you fucked up, just still wake up and inspire. It's like all the DJs want to gossip. You know, there's no more breaking the artist. There's no more. It's like you get paid if you gossip.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you mentioned KRS-One, and to me that was one of my biggest influences as far as consciousness rapping, was being able to listen to people who had that level of consciousness and who were talking about social issues in a way that I wasn't hearing in regular media or reading in the paper or seeing on TV, and we're talking about a world that I was experiencing. So that connection is broken now.
Super Bowl. I mean, when he said about pork, when KRS-One was talking about pork,
Yeah.
as a kid, when he was walking around African Madras, we was trying to educate ourselves. So it was like our parents couldn't adjust because they still caught into BB Kings and all that soul food.
Yeah.
Crap. So, you know, for your father, your mother to understand, like KRS-One said no pork, and you had to.
Well, we have a barbecue dinner coming up this weekend at Grandma's house. What you mean?
All that's missing. I mean,
Right.
back then it was back to back. It was Brother Jay, it was him, it was like
Eric B. and Rakim.
yeah, it was, you know, and so you just got to respond. And a lot of those guys that, you know, Brother Jay, he got one of the strongest voices in hip hop. It's like don't get caught into the label fucking you. Man. And,
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Just, your oppression on people is gone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's the same way with our leaders. It's the same way. We forget to put the importance. To say, man, you important, man. You important to us.
To elevate that, yeah.
That's what proof me. I mean, it's just
Oh yeah, no doubt. No
the
doubt.
same thing.
Yeah.
Thankfully, being last, I think it's really a combination of everything, because it's being mindful, it's being open-minded, it's being, you know what I'm saying, aware of everything. It's more opportunities. It depends on what you want to do. If you actually want to keep pushing, you got all these windows open now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's about being mindful, and as hard as it might be to an older MC, a hip hop MC, a rap MC, to adjust to the new and actually want to try and show them. Because of course it's hard, because if you're not hearing that clarity, you closing them off
Right.
already. So it's about the elders, like he said, being mindful and being more open-minded to want to teach the new people. Like, yo, this is how it really went down, bro. What you're doing is cool, and you getting your thing and everything, but if you follow these rules, you could be that much better. But, you know, they have to want to listen, and we have to want to teach. But I just think it's a combination of everything everybody said.
The youth look at the older guys as bitter.
Right, they think we mad when we're trying to really tell them, like, we can't hear what you're saying. I'm just giving an example. We can't
You
hear
have to be
what
kind
you're
of mad
saying.
about that. You have to be kind of.
The
Yeah,
elocution of the words and the articulation and
all that extra is not giving us what, you're not putting nothing out, like you
Yeah.
said, you're not putting nothing out there. You have to, even if it's not subject, if it's just a party, even if it's a party track, somebody still want to hear something with clarity.
yeah.
So, but it takes both sides to be open-minded, to want
But
to.
you're willing to listen if they have something to say, and you want to be able to hear what they're
If
saying.
you can't hear what they're saying, you know, mentally you're gonna close them off.
Yeah.
It's a market.
confidence thing too. The kids have a lot of confidence.
But they know they can just get out there and get to you know,
I mean,
you can get what you want.
You know what they say?
Internet.
It's like this, the kids is not, they're not playing for the ring no more, they just want the money.
Right. Right.
So it's potato
Yeah.
after basketball.
Yeah,
rap is the new basketball.
that's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to sweat.
That's your way out.
You just get in here and say some stuff.
And when I say it, it can just go.
Yeah.
Wait,
And you,
And now I'm everywhere.
Honestly though, like, I think we'd be looking at the wrong kind of thing, honestly. Like, success to me looks more like if I have 50 people that I know, every single project that I put out, they're gonna pay $10 for it every single time. Anytime I do a show, they're gonna be at it, front row, they're gonna buy t-shirts, they're gonna buy buttons, that's my idea of success. So it's like, we have to recognize that we have to educate the entirety of the market to the youth. You have to
Right.
really, starting not only just with how you execute and how you enunciate and how you, because mumble rap is really just dialect, honestly, if you're being honest about it. And people that want it to.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like,
One
really,
effects, yeah.
We're talking about a whole
but
lot of things.
that was a best
Diggity.
process too.
Diggity, diggity, and you too, right? Scooby Doo and you too.
Bum stiggity bum
As a
stiggity.
kid, I loved it. That came out and I was 30 something. I'm like, what is this nonsense?
Right now, right?
Bum diggity, bum diggity, bum.
Bum stickity bum. What? Rum pum pum pum. The Bible, we were rocking back
Even down to the
that's
house.
bad food.
They come on right now, you'll be like, that's my shit.
Yeah, yeah.